Hello there agents, and in today's video we shall discuss the possibility of one of the more controversial topics to do with the Division 2 community and presenting evidence for how I feel that this video game has been treated poorly and to show their true intentions of Ubisoft and Red Storm Entertainment. Starting this video, it is important to focus on the fact I'm not taking a mick out of the development team, but this is meant for returning player or new player should they either decide to return or decide to buy the game when it's on sale again. If you're not sure what is currently happening in the division, this is probably because you're not either playing the game or you just quit. This has been in the works since the last state of the game, where the state of the game was when the creator Hamish goes on live YouTube to discuss the new updates or new activity on the roadmap. Now you're probably saying to yourself, Noggin, when was this last state of the game? Well, let me tell you this. Last state of the game was 2 months ago. You want to know the date? The date was the 2nd of December 2012. Ever since then there was no word. Even though the community was expecting somewhat of a word from the developers, maybe a shorter state of the game because of the Resident Evil Apparel event, the crossover, as well as the final manhunt mission to take down Faye Layu. No word, nothing. So let's see what other YouTubers have to say about this.
Yeah, there's a helicopter at the end of the mission. This is literally the normal Black Tusk mission.
Do not, no. Don't tell me that's it. Don't tell me that's it. Please, I beg, don't tell me that's it. Do not. No! You are actually fucking joking! Wait, something's got to happen after.
Hold on, there's more enemies. We've just finished the mission and more fucking enemies have turned up. What?
You're joking. You are joking.
Complete. Here's never helicopter full of enemies.
Wait. they can't be serious.
Yes, that Faye Layu manhunt. The final manhunt. Oh my god. Yes. It's a huge disappointment. But before we get into this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want more content. Also click that notification bell and go ahead and follow me on TikTok. Yeah, that's right. I've got TikTok. Anyway, let's get into the video. Basically, I just want to ask you one question, then I'm going to let you see the whole Faye Layu mission. Not all of the actual manhunt missions, but just the main Faye Layu one. And this is on Camp White Oak. You can see right now we've done the rest of the manhunts, so it's just down to Faye Layu. Now, we had a high expectation for this, and we was expecting, you know, this to tell us what's going to happen in the future of the division, some kind of cutscene, some kind of indication of what is going to happen in the division. And spoiler alert, you're going to see what happens at the end of this. So if you don't want to be spoiled, you know, you don't want to spoil the fun or non-fun as it is, then don't watch this video to the end because you're going to see exactly what happens at the end of the mission. Now, I am going to give some spoilers now. So if you don't want spoilers, cut the video off now, come back and watch it another time. But spoiler number one. This is probably the worst thing the division could have done. They have not given us anything. Now, you're going to watch the mission. You're going to watch everything, okay? There's some slight differences in the mission, but there's nothing major that's changed within the mission, okay? At the end, you'll see what exactly happens. But let me tell you, don't get excited at all, because this pretty much tells me or indicates that that's it. It's game over for the Division 2. There is, what else could it be carrying on from this from this mission?
As you can see, while I'm reading the script, I'm not attacking game developers but the high ups who control the game. At the start of Warlords of New York, there was bugs and performance crashes. The amount of bugs was unbelievable. The game would crash, console issues would leave some players not being able to play for the expansion they had paid for. Similar to something what happened to Cyberpunk 2077, but on a downscale of an effect. But it's not the worst. Sometimes on rare occasions, the player could get stuck in an introduction phase where the helicopter will not work. It won't bring you to New York. Even nowadays, some players, they finish their campaign, they finish the game, and you unlock this vendor called Raymond in Safe Haven, and sometimes you're not allowed to trade with him. He'll just have the icon above him head telling you how to speak to him, but when you go to speak to him, nothing happens. Even though there are more bugs being continued every single day, what makes it worse are the armor you get in the game. Now, armor works differently compared to other games because you have different brand set, will give you different buffs such as skill damage, skill healing, crit damage, critical hit chance, as well as body armor, healing. Now, if you do play the game on its hardest difficult, you still end up getting bad rolls. So, how can I state this? A fellow YouTuber called Born to Game states this even better. So let's see what he has to say.
Welcome back to The Division 2. I've been playing a lot, like hours and hours every single day since Title Update 10 and Season 2 and everything. And we're trying to perfect builds now so that we're ready for the raid and so that we don't have to do loads of grinding and farming once the raid comes out. Because with Raid 1, our builds were nowhere near ready. So we had to do a lot of grinding to get them ready so that we could take it on. I finally found the pieces that I needed to get my DPS build to the level I wanted it. And that's pretty much perfect now. I mean, like, the rolls could be a tiny bit higher so that they're god rolled, but that doesn't matter. The main focus of this is the fact that the loot makes absolutely no sense in this game and is getting more and more annoying the more we play, because we're out like farming for hours and hours every day to try and get our builds to where we want them, and we just can't do it because of stupid things the developers have implemented into the game. There's a lot of it, and when I say it makes absolutely no sense, it's to the point, like, it makes the same amount of sense as being sent to the shop by your missus for some semi-skimmed milk and you come back with a car. It's that fucking stupid.
Okay, I know Rishisha seems to be mad, and that is true, you can't blame him. Now imagine this. You prepare for the fight on the hardest difficult in the game, but you end up getting the worst walls than you already had. How about using the recombination table, Gamenoggin? Well, let me tell you. This table did not exist in the game at the time, and this has only been introduced recently. As a result, the developers wanting to leave the game as it was. If you're wondering why I am talking about this, is the hardest difficult is a breeze, is it not? No, it's not. We have raids. Now, yeah, the Division 2 has raids, but let me make this clear. It's not difficult you should go into them. It's not difficult to go into. You can have low skill and yet the enemies don't hit like a truck. The so-called raid mechanics are easy to do once you use your brain. However, we know the enemies in Division 2 are bullet sponges, meaning that you can dish a high amount of damage and they'll still be there no matter what. So let me just say this. You can have armor with either critical hit damage, critical hit chance. They'll still be there. So what should be harder, the hardest difficult mission or raid where the mechanics are kind of hard, kind of easy, but still has enemies that kind of hit a punch. Not so much they're a truck, but they can take damage as well as receive the equivalent amount of damage. So while I'm on this topic, let me just play a clip of the raid and a clip of the most difficult mission.
That's crazy. 3 in 1. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna upload that round to YouTube because people probably want to see rated for level 40. And then we get 3 fucking drops too. That's pretty nuts.
Fuck is shooting me from the side.
Whole raid is dying without me trying. Oof.
There is a boomer on me. I will get help at any time now.
You will get help.
Maybe.
You're receiving help.
Go and seek help, dude.
Stop staying behind the car.
Tank v tank.
The German loses, obviously.
I'm not gonna lie, the crits on this thing are actually ridiculous.
I'm a bit too close here. But I believe in my healer. I believe.
Well, 1 second and then he...
Oh my god, what are these explosions? Oh my god. One day I will be able to do legendary. Just one day. I don't plan to complete this. Like, that was never my intention. I literally I want to get like 1 or 2 loot drops to see how good they actually are. Can I... Oh, there's no cover up there. Is this going to be good? Look at that. You've just got... Oh my Jesus Christ. Oh my God. They've destroyed my hive. They're like lasers. This is the equivalent of running this mission when the mission's level 30 and you're level 1. That's just how tough this actually is. I mean, you're seeing it in the gameplay anyway. There is nowhere for me to hide, because you pretty much need to hide. Can I just... Oh my Jesus Christ! Look at how accurate their guns are. And they're running around like they're on speed. Oh my God, I got rid of an armor bar. What are these explosions? That's a red bar. No! Watch them take out my hive. Where's my hive?
Now, if you have seen the difficulty level, there is none whatsoever. I rate it to be somewhat difficult, as this should have been the initial design at high-end content. Now, if you have not been caught up with the game so far, before Warlords of New York, there was barely any content. However, with this DLC, it adds a whole new area, and with it, and missions and seasonal content called manhunts. What are manhunts, you may ask? Manhunts are target linked to rogue agent teams created by Arankina from the Division game. Now, we are tasked to do random activities to lock these bounties, and there are 4 in total. So once we defeat all the 4 mini bosses, we get to kill the rogue agent. Now, once you kill the rogue agent, you get access to the special gadget, which is not bad, but the one we got for Faye Layu was absolutely useless. During the time I was reading this script, the Division 2 has been confirmed to be coming out in 2021 and 2022, as I mean content wise. But before you get too hyped all about it, this is what you really need to know about the upcoming content. After Season 4 and how this affects the future of upcoming content, these of course are the usual struggles when it comes to maintaining the game. Every day is a battle between the developers and the publishers, because your project could be shut down at any moment, but the bigger problem here is rebooting, or even restarting the project once you thought it was dead. And in this case, the Division 2, you need to know to bring additional content back into this year. But what they said here was a very vague statement, because the amount of work that is tied to it is quite a lot to make content, but it depends on what type of content they're going to make. Little definition of content when it comes to video game production, especially the way publishers and developers describe content. As you can already see, they've pushed the end of Season 4 to somewhere in June or July, and this is because they have to reopen the project, so to speak. With space between them closing the project and them greenlighting again, you have to assess these things: amount of hours, content lost during this downtime, and multiply that by the average amount of seasonal sales that you would have made in the initial end of Season 4 and either between June or July. And this is also multiplied by the value of each season pass or DLC, which come down to 20 quid or 25 quid a piece. Then, now we have to assess some play numbers to see if all the extra effort will yield a good return. However, if these numbers are low, this means the company and the publishers now have to add extra marketing and promoting the game. This includes discounts in the game to entice new players who are planning to sell future content to. They factor this into the cost of producing the upcoming content to see if they'll make money back, generating a positive revenue, and that's not the end of it. New content also requires a writer. We hope with Season 4 to continue the flow so it makes sense and leaves out no gap in content. It also requires a group of developers getting support from other studios for other projects. It's still going on to require a lot of manpower with a small group, and this is often dedicated to a small player base like the Division 2. This is going to affect the timing of content, and this would mean a longer spacing out of content. Don't forget, we're still in the pandemic, which means a lot of these developers are going to be working from home. Most likely the situation is that we will release a pre-update for actual content, when they will actually start dropping them as bite-sized content according to the publisher. Seasonal stuff is considered content. According to them, publisher skins is considered content. New guns are considered content. So it's a very vague phrase when they say they're going to bring content, determining how much work has to go into it. So don't forget about the bugs. We are still hopeful because we love the game and we enjoy the game, and in the meantime, don't forget to enjoy other games too. So while they're working on Division 2, you can go play Outriders, Destiny 2 or some other games out there. This is the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to share this video so new agents have the potential to see this and if it's worth buying the game when it comes on sale. So with that out of the way, it's been your boy Gamenoggin, and I'm out here, that's Vladimir.